This broadcast on 106.3 ESPN Radio is brought to you locally by Peter Pan Market and Deli, Astoria Ford, Joe's Mobile, the Seaside Outlets, Northwest Lending Group, Clatsop Community College. You're tuned in to ESPN Radio on 106.3.
Joe's Mobile in Astoria, the home of mobile synergy fuel and diesel. Also, last-minute groceries, snacks, cold beverages, hunting and fishing licenses, propane, firewood, and so much more. Pump your own fuel during overnight hours or get friendly full service during regular daytime hours. EBT and all credit and debit cards are accepted. Fuel and diesel, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Get your mojo on at Joe's Mobile.
1701 Marine Drive in Astoria.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
Hi folks, these sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML2891. Are you currently in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America, 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at astoriaford.net.
The Peter Pan Market and Deli is the perfect place to gather for a quick snack and one of their signature sandwiches before the game. Enjoy covered outdoor seating or sit inside with beers and ciders on tap and wine by the glass. You can relax with friends before heading to the game. Make Peter Pan Market and Deli your morning stop too. Grab a coffee and a bagel or other breakfast treat before work. Order ahead at peterpan2go.com. Peter Pan Market and Deli, 712 Niagara Avenue, Astoria. Your local corner store and more. Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
Hey, it's Alice Cooper, and you're listening to Astoria High School Sports on ESPN 106.3. School's not out yet. I'll tell you when.
Welcome to the Brick House as we get set and ready to roll, heading right into tip-off here with the Fishermen and the Seaside Seagulls. The Clash of Clatsop County once again on, this time on the hardwood in Astoria. The flag still hanging from center court. The Dane Gouge Astoria Ford flag as they reel that back up will give us a chance to give us your starters. For the Seaside Seagulls, it is number 3, junior Brody Perigo. Also starting is number 4, junior Hayden Hulson. Jack Bowles, a sophomore, gets the nod. Slater Martinez, a senior. And freshman Dutch Miller, number 33, getting the nod as well for the Fishermen. It's the usual cast of characters. Bob, you want to run them down?
Yeah, we got number 0, Quinn Gore. Number 2, Oric Evans. Number 5, Hulu Star Hollow. Number 11, Cooper Jones. And number 32, Magnus Krasanik.
And he just won the toss and got it to Gore, so that's how we start things off with the Fishermen getting the first possession. A screen from Magnus. Gore will drive right down the lane and put the first layup in for the Fishermen. Gore starting things off for the Fishermen here against the Seaside Seagulls. Fishermen coming in at 14-7. The Seagulls at 4-15 on the season. And we start things off with a Quinn Gore layup to open the scoring up. The Seagulls working the high post. Magnus right there to shut it down. They kick out. Good job for the Fishermen in the rotation. And a little late on the switch is Mulu Star Hollow as Brody Pergo nails a 3 to start things off for the Seagulls. Quinn Gore will have the ball. Looking off to Mulu Star Hollow to his left. That'll get tipped out and lost out of bounds. A turnover for the Fishermen. And the Seagulls will take possession. Once again, thanks for joining us here on ESPN 106.3. I'm Rob Kovacs, joined by Bob Wilkie as we bring you tonight's contest on ESPN. And quick introduction. Welcome to it, Bob.
Yeah, we're doing it.
3-2, the Seagulls with the lead, moving the ball around the perimeter. Fishermen choosing to use mostly a zone defense with Magnus in the lineup. Magnus standing well over 6.5 feet tall, taking up a lot of space. Comes out to the post to guard as the Seagulls take a long shot over Magnus. Gore gets up and gets the board. That miss from Brody Pergo. And the Fishermen now with Cooper Jones on the layup, and a great look. Oric Evans hits Cooper Jones for 2, cutting to the lane. What a great job by those two, hooking up and getting the basket for the Fishermen. On the other side, 6.5 minutes to go. The pass down low. Magnus forces the kick out to 33, Dutch Miller. Dutch gets it back out. Now we're looking again, back around the perimeter. Good job by Jones to recover. Magnus comes out to challenge the shot. It's off the iron, and he'll fade down and grab the board. Gets one off the arm, gets the tip, the block, and he tips it to himself. Great job there as he got on the wrist. I thought for sure they were going to call the foul on this end. A quick pass down to the corner to Mulu Star Hollow is missed. The Seagulls have the rebound, and they're looking on this side to try to get a point in transition. Floating past the shot, no good. Missed. That is Pergo with the miss. Gore looks for Jones all the way down under the basket. Jones cutting to the hoop, gets another 2. What a great job by Gore and Jones hooking up on that connection to put the Fishermen up 6-3. It's 5.5 to go here in the first quarter. The Fishermen should win this one on paper, and we'll look at their last matchups when we get a chance to catch our breath. Right now, the Fishermen do lead this one 6-3 against the Seaside Seagulls. Fishermen have had the Seagulls number here in basketball, and Oric Evans a little too close on defense there. He'll pick up his first and the first foul of the contest.
That's right.
Got to get used to having you back here. I had to do a solo stint in Tillamook, and it's nice to have you back here in the friendly confines here, Bob.
Well, I apologize for not making that road trip with you.
Well, you know, regular jobs and real work, those kinds of things.
It happens.
Driving the lane for the Seagulls. Shot is off and no good for Halson. Magnus will scoop up the board. Fishermen quickly in transition, get the ball to Mulu Star Hollow to Evans. Evans drives into the lane, kicks it out to Mulu. Mulu back around to Jones. Jones to Magnus down low. He's double teamed. He's going to turn on it anyway. Gets it up and over. Gore tries to get the tip in, can't get it up. Magnus can't come away with the offensive board. And the Seagulls, Slater Martinez comes away with the defensive board and immediately goes down to the baseline trying to work Jones underneath and dribbles it out of bounds. Good defense by Jones. It'll be Fishermen basketball underneath the hoop. And we're going to get our first substitution for the Seagulls. Kane Israel will step in, a junior. And coming to the sideline will be Martinez. Slater Martinez, the senior for the Seagulls, a senior for the Seagulls. Evans jumps in front of the pass, deep pass down the lane. He gets in front of it, loses control a little bit, tries to throw it ahead to Gore, but the Seagulls come away with the possession on the loose ball turnover. And they'll try to reset up their offense now with 30 on the shot clock. Mulu Star Hollow causing a little problem there.
Sure
as
is.
Pergo can't quite get the pass down to the high post like he wants. Down to Magnus, off the rim and no good. That lay-in by Israel off the iron. And Magnus with a great job of getting up there, getting the board.
Just not fair. He just barely hopped.
Gore
About 2 inches off the
lane,
ground, and he can reach up and pull it right out of the rim.
takes the foul on the drive, and picking up the foul is number 3, Brody Pergo, his first. And that'll send Gore to the line to shoot 2. His first is good. His total sits at 3 for the ball game, and we'll have a chance to go to 4 and push the lead from 4 to 5.
No question on that one.
Nice shot from Quinn Gore to get both of them. Under 4 minutes to go. The lead is 5 for the Fishermen. Seagulls trying to work the perimeter, find the baseline, driving in on Magnus. He closes quickly. Gore to help, kick out. They're going to reset with 20 on the shot clock. Back around to Halson. Halson gets a screen, Drives in, kicks out. Good job by Evans to recover on defense. 10 seconds on the shot clock now. The Seagulls running out of time. Good defensive effort here by the Fishermen. Mulu Starhalo gets close, causes a pressure. 2 seconds. Mulu comes away with a turnover. Shot clock violation. Keep going. Gore and in. Mulu Starhalo finds Gore. And Gore's got another 2. Great job by those 2 defensively to come away with a turnover. And that buzzer went off. That is the shot clock violation as the ball was still loose when it went off. And they kept going. A few of the players slowed up. Still getting used to the buzzer. On the other side now with 3 minutes to go. The Fishermen 7-point lead. Moving the ball around the perimeter to Miller. Miller drives on Evans. Now kicks it into the high post. That shot is up and off the iron. No good. Gore will crash the board as Israel misses and go to the turf. And it looks like Israel is going to be credited with that foul. I'm going to mark down 24 because that's what I thought
That's what I saw. He showed up 2-4. So
I thought for a second it might have been Martinez, but I think it was Israel with the first personal foul and the second team foul for the Seagulls. 2:40 on the game clock. Into the game for the Fishermen is Hudson Hill. Jones drives the baseline, retreats. Defender gets on the other side. Hill gets one up, can't get it in. Swatted out. Evans comes away with it. And the Fishermen will reset with Gore at the top. He'll launch the 3. That one is up and in.
He's having a night.
Yes, he is. 13-3. Quinn Gore hitting another one for the Fishermen. Cooper Jones has 4. Gore's got the rest. 13-3. Fishermen lead with 2 minutes on the clock. Seagulls with the ball. Martinez down to the right side. That is Halson back up top, and the shot is off the iron, no good, missed by Alex Bailey, and Gore will bring it in to Jones in transition, and a great job by Gore and Jones to hook up, and Jones will hit another one from the field. Those 2 have combined for all of Astoria's 15 points.
And they're doing them in a hurry.
Martinez into the paint. Good job by Jones to get in the way. And somebody's going to collect the foul here. Cooper Jones. I tried to give him a little too much credit there. He ends up picking up a foul. Slater will head to the line to shoot for the Seagulls. There are 3 points coming on a 3 by Brody Perigo early.
And one more will make it 4 there. Free throw up and good.
Martinez, the senior, hits the front end of his 2-shot bonus. Takes a couple of dribbles. And we'll add another one. Fishermen will inbound and face a little mid-court pressure from the Seagulls as they pick up Evans at half court. And Evans goes right by it out to Jones, left alone, and hitting for 3.
That's Sawyer Rashawn for 3.
Good look there, Bob. That was Sawyer Rashawn finally getting into the mix. I was so used to calling Jones and Gore that I just assumed one of the 2 was
Jones'
the basket.
3s on Friday. I don't blame you for thinking that that's another one for him.
Off the bench, Sawyer Rashawn comes in and drops in 3. Gore tries to pick the pocket there of Hulson and gets a little too close. Gore will claim his first personal foul, the 3rd team foul for the Fishermen. They'll inbound from the Astoria bench, and that is where Bowles will throw it in to Miller. Dutch Miller with Oric Evans up tight, gets a screen. And the pass off to the top, long shot, good rotation there, and hitting for 3 is Holson for the Seagulls. On this side, Evans gets the ball from Gore. Gore gets it to him, and great job by trying to catch that. I think that was Huber going up. It was Huber. Cannon Huber gets the baseline and tries to go up. Gets hit on the arm. Huber will shoot. And his first free throw is off the iron, no good. I missed the foul on who they called that one against.
Yeah, it was an awkward angle up here to see what the...
I wasn't sure the defender, which of the 2 defenders that were pushing Huber off the baseline got credit. Under a minute to go, 40 seconds on the clock, 32 on the shot clock. So Seagulls will have to do something with it as they back out, hit the long three. It's off the back iron, no good. Hill will grab the board to Gore. Gore quickly looks, and he'll slow it down. With the shot clock turned off, I would anticipate the Fishermen here will just sit on the ball for the time being. They're going to do their best to run this down to the absolute last second. No sense in giving Seaside a extra opportunity as Gore works the ball at the perimeter and gets it off to Rashawn. Trying to hit Gore on the back door. It's stolen away.
Paulson with a half-court shot.
And it's off the iron, no good. And that is where we wrap up the end of the first quarter. The Fishermen lead the Seagulls 19-8. And we'll be back in just a moment to bring you the second quarter right here on ESPN 106.3.
Joe's Mobile. Fuel, diesel, groceries, snacks, beer, propane, hunting and fishing licenses, firewood, and so much more. 1701 Marine Drive in Astoria. Coming in, going out, or passing through Astoria. Joe's Mobile is your one stop where the people are friendly and the store is stocked with everything you need. All debit, EBT, and credit accepted. Joe's Mobile. Mobile Synergy fuel and diesel. Pump your own 24 hours a day at Joe's Mobile. Wait for it.
At Joe's Mobile.
Hi, folks. These sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420. ML2891.
This is ESPN Radio on KKOR AM 1230 and 106.3 K2464BV, Astoria, Warrenton, Seaside. This is ESPN Radio.
Welcome back here to the Brick House. 8 minutes back on the clock. We start the second quarter. The Seagulls with possession, and getting the ball in is Dutch Miller. He's going to look on the Astoria defense to see what he can come up with for the goals. Fishermen rotating well. Martin into the game for the Fishermen. On defense now. Long shot taken off the iron, no good. Good box out by Hill. He comes away with the board, and Rashawn will have, Kenan Huber will bring the ball down the court. They don't pick him up. Drives into the lane, kicks out, and the long shot is up and no good by number 4, Sawyer Rashawn. The senior misses. And with 7.5 to go, the Seagulls drive the lane, and getting a good cut is Hayden Holson, who will drive the lane and head to the line for 2.
I believe it was against number 13, Carter Martin.
A little late on defense there. I believe he picks up his first. And Holson will head to the line to shoot 2, makes the first. He's got 4 for the Seagulls and leads the Seagull scorers as they have put up 9 points. Second one is in. And Carter Martin will bring the ball up the court, get it across the timeline. Hill comes up to set the screen. Martin will come around the screen as the Seagulls switch, and a nice rotation and a long miss by Sawyer Rashawn, but a long rebound by Hill on the backside. Back with the ball is Shannon Huber. This time finding Jones as they get the ball around. Hill down below. He's got it in the paint. And no help there. He kicks it back out. No, off the leg. Seagulls are going to come away with it as it's finally wrestled away. Loose ball turnover there. Hill trying to kick out and ends up throwing the ball away. So with 6:40 to go on the game clock, the Seagulls have possession, down by 9, floating into the lane, and unable to get the ball up and in is Brody Paragos. So the Fishermen in transition will get the ball down into the corner to Hill, back out to Jones, out to Huber. Huber dribbles into trouble, gets it off, and Nick Martin will reset back out to Huber, who will take a long 3 off the iron, no good. That one is rebounded by Bolt Long and kicked out to Hayden Holson, who will bring it up the timeline and set up his offense now with 6:10 on the game clock. Trying the pick and roll from the top, doesn't work. This time a long shot on the kick out is missed by Dutch Miller. On the rebound, Cooper Jones will bring it across the timeline and set up for the Fishermen. Hill at the top of the key, back out to Rashawn. Rashawn looks down to Jones. Short two off the iron, no good. Fishermen have gone cold here so far in the second quarter. And the rebound, loose ball rebound, is handled by the Seagulls. They'll take possession and set up their offense with 24 in the shot clock. Trying to find a space is Hayden Holson, looking up top to Miller. Miller gets tied up. Good job defensively by Cannon Huber. Comes up, ties him up, and gets the jump ball. And that will be a turnover as the Fishermen will take possession. And checking in is Magnus, Mulu-Star Hollow. On the floor now, it's Mulu-Star Hollow, Magnus, Nick Barton, Quinn Gore, and Oric Evans to inbound to Mulu-Star Hollow. Fishermen using the opportunity in the second quarter to rest a few of these starters. Carter drives in. It's going to be off his leg. No, it's going to be off the Seaside Seagull who reached in and poked it loose. And it'll stay Fisherman ball with 29 seconds on the game clock, on the shot clock, excuse me. And a screen set, and let's see what they call here. Going to be blue 13 on the foul. I was curious. Jack Bowles picks up his first. Curious if they're going to get Quinn on an offensive foul with the illegal screen, but it was 13 running through the screen that they called the foul on. Martin gets the ball inbounds out to Evans. Evans looks off to Gore. Gore at the top, looks, fakes the drive, passes down to Mulu-Star Hollow on the right side. Mulu-Star Hollow goes in, the floater, no good. Gore crashes, and it'll be rebounded by the Seagulls, Jack Bowles. On the other end, Seagulls get a 2-on-2, and Nick Martin can't recover in time for Bo Long to drop two in. Seagulls have closed this to a 19-12 ball game, and Gore calls for Magnus to come up and set a screen. Gets it. Slow to drop back into Magnus. He's double teamed. Triple teams. Got to go up with it. Goes up strong. It's off the iron and dribbles in. Good job by Magnus to muscle that one up through the defense and get it in. The Fishermen go back up 21-12. In the paint, Martinez kicks out. Magnus shuts that one down, and there's Miller with the floater from the free throw line to hit for two.
That was a great looking shot.
That was a good looking shot as he used the screen to get free. 4:17 on the clock. Gore finds Mulu-Star Hollow, and Magnus comes away with the offensive board. Trying to wrestle it free, and they're finally going to get the foul on one of the two Seagulls.
It's going to be number 13, it looks like.
Jack Bowles, I have him down for two. Magnus had the ball and two Seagulls hanging on either arm, and they eventually called the foul. Mulu-Star Hollow gets it into Gore at the corner, and out to Evans, who hits the short two. No good off the iron. Magnus right there to clean it up and misses the bunny. And the Seagulls will come away with it. Under 4 minutes to go. Too close to the rim there and surprised him. He just couldn't get the little one to fall in.
That's right.
On the other end, Martinez getting a little smoke from Mulu-Star Hollow. Gets hold of the ball again. Now back out to Martinez as they reset at the top of the key to Hulson. Magnus floats out on the wing there to shut down any opportunity for a shot. Screen taken, nice floater in the lane, up and off the leg of Gore. It'll stay with the Seagulls. Well, I tell you what, they dribble in and see Magnus, and these guys, a lot of kids just going,
should be two for flinching, right?
No, it's pretty much that, two for flinching. The inbounds pass to the opposite baseline, back out to the top. Israel drives in, Magnus shuts that one down, and now back out to Martinez. Dribble into the free throw line, just a little in, now to the baseline. Good move. And a travel. Underneath was Dutch Miller, and he tried to double clutch that ball on the pass, and the double clutch caused the drag of the foot.
Sure did.
3:10 on the half. 21-14. The Fishermen hold this by 7. They've only scored 2 here in the second quarter, and Oric Evans from the baseline can't get one to fall in, and it is Israel with the rebound. Coming up with the ball is Hayden Holson, and will bring it across the timeline on the switch. Gets a screen, drives in. There's Magnus, and kick out. Martinez from the baseline misses. Israel gets the long rebound. The Seagulls will reset, and with the short jumper, Holson hits for 2. He's got 7 of the Seagull points. For the Fishermen, Oric Evans, point guard, will get it off to Martin. Martin fakes, looks, tries to hit a cutting Gore. Gore a little too far out of position, turns, tries to go with the shot anyway. Magnus come away with a loose ball. He'll clean that up and grab 2 points indeed. He was just right there, right time, and Gore went up high with that one off the rim, and Magnus was able to get a hold of it. And an official timeout now. And we're going to make some substitutions here. Not sure if there was a shot clock didn't start. 35 on the shot clock. It should have started. There should be at least a couple of seconds ticked away, and I think that's what he's communicating to the bench. And even during an official's timeout where he stops the play of action to correct a clock, coaches can still make that sub. So that's why we're getting the substitution here, and I do believe that's why he's chatting with the scorer's table. There should be a couple of seconds off the shot clock. They did, after all, inbound it and get it to about midcourt. And so the officials a lot of times just have to guess. That takes 3 seconds, so just run 3 off. It's as close a guess as you can get. And, of course, if you can officiate games enough, you know about what time ran off.
They're going to say 7 seconds.
Okay, so there it is. They're going to knock it down to 28 seconds. You know, the officials, they've called enough games, and the coaches typically don't argue those very often. It's close enough. It's
second quarter.
It's what you're going to get. Yeah. So, yeah, sure. Now, fourth quarter, minimal time left, game by 2. You might argue more vehemently for less or more time, depending on which end of that you're on.
That's right.
Definitely here, the Fishermen come out ahead, the 7-second runoff, and now we're going to get a little bit of a delay because they want the game clock to match as well. The band is going to take up some time. Coaches are going to get a chance to chat a little bit. Alex Eterno for the Fishermen will talk to Cooper Jones and Oric Evans. Fishermen coached by Alex Eterno. Paul Jarrett assisting along with Mickey Serigno. And we are underway. The Seagulls inbound the ball quickly. It is out to Hayden Hulson, who will bring it across the timeline. Gord gets screened off on defense. Good switch by Jones. And they recover. Back out to the top. Back out to Hulson. Hulson on Gore matchup. The screen is set. Drive again. Away. And going to get a foul here. And that is going to be on Magnus on the arm. Magnus presented his first.
Sure is.
Reset the shot clock now with 1:49 on the game clock, and the Seagulls will inbound from underneath the basket, doing the duties. Bo Long looking, getting the ball in. Good job by Gore to get there in a hurry, make sure no shot goes up. Back out to the top to Perigo, who looks. Kicking back to Long. Long out to Israel. Martinez now with it. As the ball gets moved around the perimeter, these screens, and driving in, kicking out to Martinez on the baseline. Nice look and nice kick, and Martinez comes away with his 4th point of the ball game. He's got a couple of free throws and a shot from the field there to give him 4. Fishermen with possession, 1:15 on the game clock, and into Magnus, and we're going to get a double foul here, I think. Magnus and Israel are both going to get one. And I believe that's Magnus will get one. And I believe Kane Israel is the other guilty party. So double foul, 2 guys fighting underneath, and they said, you know what, both of you get it. Trying to get the ball into Magnus there. That one gets ripped out of bounds. Magnus couldn't quite get his hands on it. And the Seagulls come away with a turnover, 23-18. They have closed the gap, scoring 10 here in the second quarter. The Fishermen only coming away with 4. Ball is across the timeline for Hayden Hulson. Gore up tight. Out onto the edge to Long. Back up top to Israel. Magnus legs back to the free throw line. Israel sets the screen and trying to come away with a shot for the Seagulls off the screen is Hulson, who does, and collects another 2. The Fishermen have allowed this to come to a 3-point ball game with 40 seconds and a half. And a foul on the arm. Martinez will collect one as he was tight on Oric Evans.
He was asking the official what I do, and it was pretty obvious.
Yeah, hit him right there in the arm. He was up tight on defense, trying to come away with a quick turnover, and A little too close. Mulustar Hollow inbounds to Gore. Gore on the back door and to the hoop. Quinn Gore. Mulustar Hollow with a great look from the inbounds pass. Gore gets past the defender and slips behind the defense. And 25-20. Now your score with 25 on the game clock. Seagulls looking for the last shot with no shot clock to operate. Screening from the perimeter, trying to find a free shot with Magnus in below. The key is a tough spot to score from for the Seagulls. They keep moving the ball. Ball long. Martinez gets it underneath. Magnus with the tip away. And no good. 20 is where we end the second quarter. The Seagulls come away with 12 in the quarter. The Fishermen only 6, but because of the strong 19-8 start for the Fishermen, they hold on to the halftime lead. We're going to take a quick moment, and we'll come back for the halftime scoring and get ready for our second half tip-off coming up in just moments. Thanks for joining us right here on ESPN 106.3 for Astoria High Fighting Fishermen basketball tonight.
Hi, folks. These sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420. ML2891.
Joe's Mobile. Fuel, diesel, groceries, snacks, beer, propane.
2891.
Joe's Mobile. Fuel, diesel, groceries, snacks, beer, propane, hunting and fishing licenses, firewood, and so much more. 1701 Marine Drive in Astoria. Coming in, going out, or passing through Astoria. Joe's Mobile is your one stop where the people are friendly accepted. Joe's Mobile. Mobile Synergy fuel and diesel. Pump your own 24 hours a day at Joe's Mobile. Wait for it.
At Joe's Mobile.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
Are you currently in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America, 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at astoriaford.net.
Hungry? Thirsty? Craving something delicious? Get to the Peter Pan Market and Deli in Astoria. They've got your cravings covered, from fresh sandwiches and salads to gourmet coffee and snacks. The deli is stocked with hand-picked ingredients, ensuring the highest quality in every bite. Need groceries? You're covered there too, with a wide selection of necessities and locally sourced products. The Peter Pan Market and Deli at 712 Niagara Avenue in Astoria. Visit online at peterpantogo.com for online ordering options. Taste the difference at Peter Pan Market and Deli.
You're tuned in to ESPN Radio on 106.3.
Welcome back to the Brick House as we are here at halftime, and we've got some halftime scoring to touch up on for the Seaside Seagulls. I've got them led by Hayden Hulson with 9. They've had a smattering of other points. Bodie Perego with 3. It is Bo Long with 2. Slater Martinez dumping in 4, and Dutch Miller with 2. For the Fishermen, they are led by the usual cast of characters.
They sure are. Quinn Gore tonight with, real quick, 11 points with Quinn Gore. We've got Canyon Huber with 1, Sawyer Sean with 3, and Cooper Jones with 6.
Magnus has dumped in a couple of short baskets underneath, and Magnus has definitely caused an issue for the defense for the Seaside Seagulls. They're definitely scared to drive in with Magnus hanging around in the paint. He is tough to contend with, and he does a pretty good job of not picking up sloppy fouls. He did get a couple. He got the double foul on offense down here in this end, and then he got another one, just loose ball foul that, sometimes you're going to pick up on. But he does a pretty good job generally of making sure he doesn't pick up stupid or ugly fouls on defense. Gets in the way. He's contested a couple of shots, got a couple of block shots, and right now Alex Saturno is doing the right thing. He's subbing him out, subbing him in when he needs him, and trying to keep him fresh.
Yeah. He's been matched up with Long all night long. I think we need to start calling him Longer.
The thing with a tall guy like Magnus is they don't get shorter, but they do get tired faster, or at least they tend to. So you got to give it to Kent, Coach Alex Saturno here to just make sure that he keeps continuing to rotate him well and keep him fresh and on his toes, because the offense does change a little bit between defensively. Of course, you love to have Magnus out there, but it does change a little bit on offense what the Fishermen are able to do with Magnus on and off the floor. And right now, I think Coach Alex Saturno would like to take more advantage of it. They did some really good things in the first quarter. 19-8 was your first quarter score, 25-20 at halftime here, and the Fishermen definitely went cold in the second quarter.
Yeah, the shooting was fast, accurate, and often in the first quarter, and it's definitely slowed down, and there's been a lot of takeaways by Seaside in that second quarter.
Yeah, a lot of sloppy ball handling and just some maybe you're kind of thinking maybe we got this team on the ropes and we can do certain things, and you've kind of run into a situation where maybe some errant throws, some ill-advised passes, and it's one of those things with any sport. It doesn't matter who you're playing, whether you should be beating them or you shouldn't be beating them. If you start making stupid mistakes and throwing the ball away and trying to put the ball into caution or error or bad passes, well, the defense is going to take advantage of them regardless of their skill level. So you got to always play smart, play not down to the level you play. That's one of the big things. That's where the get you games come up and get you, is you start playing down to your competition if that's the case. And I don't mean to belittle Seaside here, but they're coming into this game at 4-15. The Fishermen have gotten a couple of wins against them already. 52-31, just one of the scores recently. They did play a tight one, 41-34 after that. But, Seaside's going to come out here and scrap. They want to ruin the Fishermen's season, just like, the Fishermen would want to ruin their season if it were the other foot. So it's the clash of Clatsop County. That's what the rivalry is all about.
And you never know what's going to happen.
You don't. We got a 5-point spread, and we're going to try to come back for the second half tip-off here in just a moment. Thanks again for joining us here on ESPN 106.3 as we bring you Astoria High Fighting Fishermen basketball. Game 1 of tonight's doubleheader, by the way. Game 2, the girls will follow, and the number 1 team in the state will take the court against the Astoria Fishermen. It should be a matchup tonight here on ESPN 106.3.
Joe's Mobile in Astoria, the home of Mobile Synergy Fuel and Diesel. Also, last-minute groceries, snacks, cold beverages, hunting and fishing licenses, propane, firewood, and so much more. Pump your own fuel during overnight hours or get friendly full service during regular daytime hours. EBT and all credit and debit cards are accepted. Fuel and Diesel, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Get your mojo on at Joe's Mobile.
1701 Marine Drive in Astoria.
Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
Hi, folks. These sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML2891. Are you currently in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America, 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford's Drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at astoriaford.net.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
The Peter Pan Market and Deli is the perfect place to gather for a quick snack and one of their signature sandwiches before the game. Enjoy covered outdoor seating or sit inside with beers and ciders on tap and wine by the glass. You can relax with friends before heading to the game. Make Peter Pan Market and Deli your morning stop too. Grab a coffee and a bagel or other breakfast treat before work. Order ahead at peterpan2go.com. Peter Pan Market and Deli, 712 Niagara Avenue, Astoria. Your local corner store and more.
This is ESPN Radio on KKOR AM 1230 and 106.3 K2464BV, Astoria, Warrenton, Seaside.
Coach Rube from Astoria High Athletics. I want to thank everyone for listening to tonight's broadcast on ESPN 106.3 FM.
Thanks for joining us here at the Brick House. The Seagulls will start with possession. They've got Martinez in the paint, back out after the inbounds, and they'll reset now with Dutch Miller at the top, back to Martinez, and a long shot taken, and they'll hit to start things off as not Slater Martinez, but number 13, Jack Bowles, hits for three to open the second half scoring to close the gap to 2. Ford drives in, kicks out to Mulu Star Hollow, who sends the floater up in the lane, can't get it to follow, trying to follow up on his own shot. Will knock the ball loose, but the Seagulls will come away with it. And immediately down the court, it is Bowles again with it, getting the ball out to Halson, driving the lane, kicking out. Miller for three. It's up off the iron, no good. Good job by Jones. Box out, gets the rebound. And the Fishermen hold on to their 2-point lead with 7 minutes on the game clock. Gore looking, dribbling in, shooting, and out of bounds. No. Martinez is able to corral the rebound. Almost thought he was going to lose that out of bounds, but doesn't. And the Seagulls will have a chance to tie things up or even take the lead with a long one here. From underneath, they get the ball down to Miller, and Miller will tie things up at 25. Dutch Miller left alone underneath, and on the other side, Oric Evans, they forget to cover him, and he'll drive in and drop in a 2. And a timeout taken by the Fishermen. Coach Alex Eterno wants to talk that over, as the Fishermen have come out of the half a little flat out of the locker room here.
Yeah, a couple of missed coverages there.
Seaside Seagulls led by Jackson Yannick and Bill Westerholm and Jim Potesh helping out. And the Fishermen led once again by Alex Eterno here, come out of the locker room a little sluggish. They win it 25-20. Only scoring 6 in the second quarter. It was a 6-12 quarter for the Seagulls. As they came away with a win there, it was a 19-8 first quarter that put them down by 5. Seagulls with the ball inbounds, 6:22. Fishermen on defense. Look, the drive, the kick out to Miller. Miller for another one. That's off the iron, and Mulu Star Hollow will get it on the backside and bring it up the court. He does quickly down to the hill and the baseline, out to Gore. Gore at the wing, drives in, retreats, pulls it back out to Jones. Jones to Evans. Evans to Mulu Star Hollow on the other baseline, who launches off the iron, no good. Gore tries to influence the rebound and can't. Martinez will come away with it and drive into the lane, kicking out. And another long three is off the iron, no good. That is Bowles with the miss. Oric Evans comes away with the board and brings it down the court. Gets the ball over to Cooper Jones. Jones back up top to Gore. No, they skip over to Evans. Evans off to Mulu Star Hollow. Mulu Star Hollow out to Gore. Gore singles up his defender, drives in, gets double teamed, kicks it out to Hill. Hill throws out to Jones. Jones almost gets into trouble. There's the pass was late. Coming in trying to get the steal. That is Jack Bowles.
Maybe his third?
I've got him down for 3.
Yeah.
We're not seeing it on the scoreboard, so I know we've missed one, or have missed one, or misaligned someone. Tied up, jump ball. Hill gets the inbounds pass, and the Seagulls do a good job of tying him up. Jump ball still gives the possession to the Fishermen with just 1 second off the shot clock. Blue Star Hollow into Evans. Evans will bring it across the timeline into the paint and trying to find a cutter. Can't do it. It's tipped up off the glass, and the Seagulls come away with another turnover. And Blue Star Hollow on the other side tips the ball away. It is Brody Pergo trying to get a hold of it, and Blue Star Hollow causes the problems and tips the ball away. And now the Fishermen back with possession with 5:05 on the game clock. Oric Evans into Gore. Gore tries to body up his defenders, gets double team. Blue Star Hollow coming in on the baseline, kicks it back out to Jones, to Evans now. Blue Star Hollow at the top. That is Hill on the baseline, trying to work. Getting the ball to Gore. Gore in the post. Shoulders up, goes up strong, and gets one to drop. Fishermen might need to get Gore on the baseline and on the post and try to...
He did that time.
Get a couple of baskets or draw a couple of fouls and see if he can change how the Seagulls want to defend him. Good job by Blue Star Hollow to come out on defense after the pass. Martinez with it. Hill right there. Kick out. Good job by Oric Evans. Good rotation by Hill and Evans on the screens between Martinez. Now driving the baseline and a running floater. What a great shot that was by Pergo. He's got 5 in the game. Jones on the other side drives in, gets raked across the arms, and that will be a foul against number 10, Bo Long, his first. Inbounds. Martinez will check out of the game for the Seagulls. 29-27, 2-point game. Into Gore on the far baseline. Up and in.
That was a great looking shot.
Great pass, great shot. Nice bounce pass to Gore right in the shooter's arch where he can just grab and shoot. Didn't have to creatively reach out for the ball. It was right in position where the shooter can just catch and shoot. And the Fishermen go up by 5. 3:30 here in the half. Good job by Evans to jump the lane. He's got it. And the Seagulls come through, and on the follow-through, good defense by Dutch Miller, but it was the come-through on Kane Israel, picking up the foul. And I have him for 3. So I've got Oric Evans will step to the line. He's got 2 in the game. The 2 he scored a little bit ago. And here he'll add 1 more. 3:29 in the third quarter, 33-27, and we're going to get a timeout. Seagulls coach is going to try to freeze Oric Evans. I don't know if that's what it is, but if you're going to call a timeout, do it between shots.
Ice the shooter.
See if you can't ice the shooter, talk things out a little bit. You crawled into this thing and were able to tie it up at one point. Can you get ahead?
That's right.
He wants to chat with his squad to say you're doing the right things. We just need to keep working. And for the Fishermen, this is a chance to get into the huddle and say, you know, they're doing the right things. We got to stop them from doing the right things. Got to get in the way. And Oric Evans on that last possession did a really good job of jumping in the passing lane.
Exactly.
And coming away with that steal. So we're looking for more of that for the Astoria Fishermen here in tonight's contest. We got a doubleheader. Should be an exciting one as the girls are set to take the court against the Seagulls here at home. As far as the boys go in the Coapa League, it is St. Helens ranked number 1 in the state, Scappoose ranked number 2 in the state. Then it comes to Astoria ranked number 10 in third place in the Coapa League. Still with a little mess to go as Scappoose and St. Helens aren't on Astoria's schedule yet. And Astoria could climb into that second place spot if things go correctly.
That's right. It's the Coapa League. We're going to beat each other up all season long.
And the free throw is made by Evans. Rube said it earlier in a coach's show that you can catch Friday at 5 o'clock this week as we head before the basketball doubleheader. A little push on the sideline is trying to bring the ball down the floor. Was Miller. And I believe they're going to assess that to Huber.
It'll be his first.
Ball is inbounds. Miller with it at the top of the key with Blue Star Hollow in his pocket. Trying the backdoor pass. No good. Kicked out. Nice save to Israel who can't get it to fall. Long tip out. And it is Halson with it. They're going to reset with Pergo at the top who will launch for 3. That's off the iron. No good. Israel there. And another offensive board. No rim, no shot clock reset, so it stays at 25. And driving the baseline is Perigo, and picking up the foul is going to be Hill. His first. Fishermen and Seagulls once again battling in a Coapa League clash of the Clatsop County kind of style of game where it's just a dogfight all the way through.
That's right.
There is no top or bottom. It's just a mess of fights.
Good-natured.
3 minutes on the clock. Nothing like the Canadian curling team, for sure.
That's right. Don't touch that granite.
Made shot by Halson. Gives him his first points of the half. 34-28. The Fishermen lead this one. Gore with the ball. Calling out for a screen. Gets it from Hill. Kicks off to Jones. Left alone on the baseline and hits.
That man can shoot.
He had 7 against Tillamook. He's got one more here. And a few field goals to go along with it. He's got 9. Driving is Halson. Flying in is Israel with the rebound. Back out to Halson. And the Seagulls will reset. And the long shot is up and no good. Lulu Star Hollow will take it off the miss from Halson. Down the court to Huber, who lays one in. And a quick timeout taken by the Astoria Fishermen as they push the lead back 39-28. Basketball is a game of runs.
And Astoria is sprinting.
And they are sprinting right now. They have extended that run 39-28. And, a lot of coaches will say they're going to get runs, you're going to get runs. It's about eliminating long ones, and it's about extending the ones that you get. And the Fishermen did a good job. Seaside was on a bit of a run there, and they did a good job of shutting it down and getting a run of their own going.
Yeah, they've got 14 points this quarter. They had 6 in the second quarter and 19 in the first.
So they're back on pace to what they did in the first quarter. The second quarter, the Seagulls, whatever they had going on, definitely was the answer.
They put the Spurs in on the second quarter. They had 12 in the second quarter and 8 in the first.
And here in the third, just 8 again. Still with 2:16 to left. It was 2:16 left in the quarter before we head to the fourth. Fans starting to fill in a little bit for the anticipation of the late game. Everybody getting off work and heading to the game. The girls will have the second billing here tonight. After the inbounds, the Fishermen come out on defense tight. Lulu Star Hollow up on Holson and a screen. Reset. They'll get it back out to Perigo. Perigo looks. Cooper Jones on defense. Watching for the screen. Back out to Holson. Out to Israel. Israel to Holson. Lulu Star Hollow comes up. Jones ties him up inside the paint. The kick out to Miller. Miller left alone and hits the three.
That was a deep 3.
Dutch Miller now with 7 in the game. Lulu Star Hollow with the ball on the wing will drive and bring it up to Hill. Hill on Israel. Drives in. Kicks off to Gore. Cutting to the hoop. And a good job by Gore. Cuts to the hoop, gets the basket, goes to the deck and gets back up, runs down and gets set to play defense. 1:24 on the clock, 41-31. The Fishermen push it back to 10. Seaside Seagulls looking around the perimeter, trying to get some work, trying to get Halson free as Lulu Star Hollow stays in his pocket. Now to Israel, back out on Martinez in the baseline. He wants the screen. Now back out to Halson to reset. We're going to get a foul down below, either 24 or 10.
It's like number 10.
It is going to be Hill as Israel and Jones, or in Hill and Israel were fighting down below.
It's going to be Hill's second.
A lot of hand fighting and jostling for possession, and Hill just a little too much. 101 in the third quarter, 41-31. Ball is in. Good job. Gore tries to get up and tip it. He does influence the ball and comes away with a rebound as he misses. And he'll go coast to coast, over the shoulder. What a great creative shot by Quinn Gore. Goes up and over the shoulder and gets the lay-in. 43-31. 44 seconds left in the quarter. And Gore tries to come up with the steal. Can't do it. And the errant pass will give it back to Jones. Fishermen have a 5-on-4, and Rashawn for 3.
It's his second for tonight.
And I'm going to scratch that and give that to Huber. Let's put it where it's due. Huber hits the 3. I was so excited to call it. Tipped out of bounds. No, foul. Muluster Hollow collects a foul on the defensive play.
His first for tonight.
I got so excited for that 3 that I didn't pay attention to who was shooting. That was Sawyer Rashawn not getting the ball, but Cannon Huber, he's recognizable because he's still wearing the knee brace. Of course, he suffered that injury in the football season on a punt, I believe it was, early in the season, and ended up being out for most of the football season, but has made his return to the basketball court in triumphant fashion for the Fishermen.
And he's putting up tonight. He's got 6 points.
He is doing a great job tonight. Cannon Huber, he's shot from the field, from the free throw line, and deep in the field. That 3 gives him, like Bob said, 6 points. He had 1 in the first half, just that free throw. As it looks like the teams are breaking the huddle. 20.6 seconds left in the quarter, 46-31. Fishermen in their home whites with the purple stripe. Quinn Gore with the typical white headband. The Seaside Seagulls in their baby blues with the red trim. With the ball, Dutch Miller looking. And a long shot at the top of the key is no good by Halson. Soaring up for the board is Huber. Gets it down to Muluster Hollow, back to Huber. Tipped away. Israel's going to come away with it. And he's going to try to go down the court with it. They're going to let it go, and that'll do it for the third quarter. 46-31. We have the fourth coming up next right here on ESPN 106.3.
Seaside Outlets. Over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
Joe's Mobile in Astoria, the home of Mobile Synergy Fuel and Diesel. Also, last-minute groceries, snacks, cold beverages, hunting and fishing licenses, propane, firewood, and so much more. Pump your own fuel during overnight hours or get friendly full service during regular daytime hours. EBT and all credit and debit cards are accepted. Fuel and Diesel, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Get your mojo on at Joe's Mobile.
1701 Marine Drive in Astoria. You're listening to Astoria High School Sports on 106.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the Brick House. We are here for the final stanza of Game 1, Period 4, Quarter 4, 46-31. The Fishermen score 21 to Seaside's 11 in the third quarter and extend their lead out. And now with 8 minutes on the clock, the Seagulls will open up the fourth quarter with possession. Fishermen manning up. And a long shot from the baseline is no good. Long rebound is handled and taken away by Huber. And then wrestled back away by Long. And a long shot is put up and missed by Martinez. And an attempt to get the ball out of bounds is Bo Long. And
he did everything he could, including bouncing it off his face there.
He did just about everything it took. Unfortunately, he hits it out of bounds, and that's where the Fishermen will inbound it. Mark Evans will do the duties to Gore, and Gore will walk the ball up the court. Content with taking a few extra seconds off, he'll pick up the pace, drive into the lane, get hit, throw one up, and it comes off the glass, and Evans will collect it. No reset on the shot clock. Martin with the ball, now out to Rashawn, to Gore. Gore drives the baseline, gets hit on the arm, and goes up strong and gets the basket.
No foul called.
I've got Gore for 11 in the half. Now on the other side, the Seagulls looking, trying to move the ball around the perimeter. Gore does a good job of recovering, no shot. They'll kick it back around to Perigo. To Long, back down on the baseline. That is Bowles with it. And a good job, good save as Sawyer Rashawn gets there, tips it into Gore, and a long pass down to Huber, and a great job there. Cannon Huber, what a great job. What a great look by Gore, and a great bounce pass down the court, length of the court, to get him in and to the basket. 50-31, the Fishermen extend their lead again. And the Seagulls around the perimeter working. Long shot put up by Hulson, no good, and the long rebound is handled on the backside. That time it is Rashawn getting the board. He brings it down to the free throw line, out to Huber. Why not? Hit for three.
Exclamation point.
Exactly. Cannon Huber drops a bomb and calls the Seaside Seagulls to call a timeout. What a great job as Cannon Huber has come alive here. I've got him for 1 point in the first half, and in the second half, he's thrown up 10.
That's what I'm seeing.
A couple of free throw, or a couple of field goals, and a couple of three-pointers, and that one free throw. And boy, oh boy, Cannon Huber there.
Yeah, and you say that Quinn Gore you had for 11 points and a half. I've got him for 22 for the game so far.
22 on the game, and he's been effective. He is the Fisherman typical leading scorer. And he's doing a great job here in the second half to not only get those 11 points, but also facilitate some points.
Yeah.
He was on the kick out to Huber on the three. He was a kick out, or the long pass down in transition to get the layup to Huber. So not only is Gore making baskets, he's facilitating for his teammates, and that's great to see for the Fishermen. Tip away almost handled. Recovery thrown off the leg of a Fisherman, and that is Rashawn going to the floor trying to get it. And
he stepped out of bounds.
Indeed, Long was on the sideline when he made contact with the ball, as the Fishermen and Seagulls were fighting on the sideline right in front of the fans. Oric Evans will throw it in. Carter Martin will try to get it in. He's going to face some pressure from Long immediately. He'll kick it back to Oric Evans, who will get it across the timeline. Down to Jones. No, excuse me, that is Sawyer Rashawn this time with the miss. Long rebound handled by the Seagulls. 5.5 to go in the fourth quarter. 53-31.
You see why you thought it was Jones. They have a very similar shooting style.
They do have a very similar. Far away down in the corner in the baseline. Martinez in the paint, misses, and that is a rebound by Sawyer Rashawn, who will bring the ball down the court himself, get it to Huber, who goes by the defender and lays one in. Just a running floater falls in for Huber. What a great job getting past the defender and fighting through traffic to get that one up and in. And with now under 5 to go, the Fishermen go up 55-31. Long with the ball on the other side for the Seagulls. Move it back up top and reset the offense with number 4, who gets the backdoor pass. And good job by Martin underneath to come away with it as they tried to hit a baseline runner. And a good job getting the ball into Gore down under the paint. Got him in the air. He hung up forever and just could not quite get the tip in. And on the other side, it's going to be a blocking foul as Oric Evans tried to call the charge, but a little too late getting there.
It's going to be his second for tonight.
First of the half. And Bowles will head to the line to shoot. Jack Bowles has a 3 in tonight's game. And a free throw. I think you and I thought the same thing there. I
sure did.
Didn't mean to step on your toes there.
You're good, sir.
The Seagulls bumped their lead, or their deficit, 32-55. His second free throw for Jack Bowles. Nice form. Jack Bowles with 5 in the game now after the made pair. Quinn Gore will bring the ball up for the Fishermen. 4:22 on the game clock. Evans with it now at the top. Kicks it back out to Martin. Martin looks. Why not take one himself? Misses that one, and the Fishermen can't quite get it as Evans tries to tip it back in on the baseline and ends up stepping on the out-of-bounds line. Hill is going to come into the game for Oric Evans. 4:05 to go in the game. Israel with the ball up top, looking back out to Hulson. Hulson back out. As they move the ball around the top, Hulson's got it back after a couple of passes. Tipped out of his hands. He'll recover with 13 on the shot clock. And back out to Halson on the baseline. Underneath. And a misplayed pass down on the ground and tied up by Cooper Jones as he bends over to get the player on the ground with the ball. On the floor with the ball was number 11 for the Seagulls, Alex Bailu. And it was just one of those scenarios where he's on his back with the ball, and Cooper Jones just walked over and said, jump ball.
Yep. Let's not fight over this.
Yeah.
Let's just...
This is what it is. Gore gets hit, trying to drive around Martinez. He's going to collect the foul. I have him down for 2. 55-33, 3:29 in the fourth quarter. Bulls will leave the game, trying the tip pass to Gore deep, and it's tipped away. Good job, good defense by Martinez. He comes away with a steal to Halson. Halson down to the baseline, into Israel, tipped away, and
punch out. That was great.
Great job. But Cooper Jones is going to come away with the loose ball to Sawyer Rashawn, to Hill, Hill on the baseline, looks, kicks all the way over to Gore on the other side. Gore down to Martin. Martin drives in. Go up strong with the floater and gets tipped off the glass. And under 3 minutes to go, the Fishermen lead this one 55-33, and the Seagulls have possession. Long shot taken by the Seagulls off the back iron, no good, handled by Rashawn. Long shot, a miss by Jaden Cummins. On the other side, driving the baseline, Jones gets creative and puts one up with the left hand. Good job by Jones. He's got 5 in the half. 57-33 now the score with 2:20 ticking away. Halson with the screen, drives into the paint.
Travel.
He'll get tied up before the travel, they say.
Okay.
And they're going to assess the foul against Quinn Gore.
It's Quinn Gore's second for tonight.
Looks like the entire Fisherman bench is coming in on a substitution. The Fishermen are going to send in a few youngsters.
Looks like we got Tristan Norgard. We've got Dominic Rico. Ty Sarangino. And
we've got
number 21, which I don't have on my book.
Ty Sarigno, yeah, I got a couple numbers I'm not familiar with here. So inbounds pass is no good. Loss on the miss on the backside. And ball gets away. It's going to go all the way down towards the cheerleaders, and it's going to be an over and back against Seaside. Fishermen will gain possession with 2 minutes ticking away here at the Brick House. Fishermen look to inbound the ball. Looking deep. Get it out to 24 to Sarigno, who will launch the long one, and off the back iron, no good. Handled by 21. Sarigno says, why not do it again? This time he misses everything, and the Seagulls have the rebound.
I believe that's number 14, Dominic Rico.
Dominic Rico with the shot, sorry. And underneath, in the paint, getting some contact for the Seagulls is Alex Baliu. Not sure who that one was against. Seagulls get the ball into the paint. Martinez goes up strong, can't get it to fall. Fishermen fighting underneath. And the loose ball rebound will go to the Fishermen. Seagulls steal the inbounds pass. Going to the lane, gets stripped by Sarigno and raked across the arms. He'll head to the line for 2.
It's too bad because didn't even touch him at all. The ball was gone.
So with 1:27 and a 57-33 lead, Coach Alex Eterno calling the dogs off, letting the young guys have a few minutes. First free throw is up and off the back iron. Jaden Cummins, senior. Now checking in is going to be Brandon Spaulding, junior. And Martinez will come out of the game for the Seagulls. Next free throw is in. Cumbus gets the basket. And Fishermen come away with it. Good job on the end line. Tristan Norgard got the ball in bounds, got it knocked away from him and saved it, threw it off to Siegel to save possession. And now with 1:20 to go, the Fishermen will look to set up their offense with the youngsters and see what they can come up with. Off to 21, who will launch the long three. It's off the back iron, no good. Long rebound is going to be saved by the Fishermen. And over back, it shouldn't have been. It was still on the half-court line. They were still within half court. I'm not sure about that call. Seagull ball, 1:03 to go. Either way, it's been called, and here we are. Driving into the paint and tied up on the arm before the travel.
It's that number 21 again.
That may be Callum Jones, listed as 23 on the roster, and I don't think there's a 23 on the bench. I'm going to just take a wild shot that could be just a number change, a jersey change.
Callum Jones.
We're going to change this to a bonus. It'll just be a one-shot bonus. 53.6 seconds on the clock. And the free throw is up and good. Fishermen will get the ball in bounds and try to work the clock probably as much as they can. 45 on the game, 26 on the shot clock. And a long shot. They'll go to the lead and hit for three. Well, when one of the young kids gets one, the fans love it. 60-37, 31 on the clock. Long shot there just inside the arc is hit by Alex Valliou.
I'm going to say for two.
60-39. Fishermen this time looking to hold on to it. Coach Alex Saturno says no shots. Wants the bench to stay seated. And the Fishermen looks like they're going to dribble this out as Ty Serigno stands at the scorer's table and doesn't have to do anything, so the Fishermen will hold on for a 60-39 win. We'll be back to wrap this one up and get ready for game 2 of tonight's doubleheader. It's the girls' turn next here on ESPN 106.3.
Pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML2891. Are you currently in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America, 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at AstoriaFord.net.
Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Charters. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
Joe's Mobile in Astoria, the home of mobile synergy fuel and diesel. Also, last-minute groceries, snacks, cold beverages, hunting and fishing licenses, propane, firewood, and so much more. Pump your own fuel during overnight hours or get friendly full service during regular daytime hours. EBT and all credit and debit cards are accepted. Fuel and diesel, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Get your mojo on at Joe's Mobile.
1701 Marine Drive in Astoria.
Hungry? Thirsty? Craving something delicious? Get to the Peter Pan Market and Deli in Astoria. They've got your cravings covered, from fresh sandwiches and salads to gourmet coffee and snacks. The deli is stocked with hand-picked ingredients, ensuring the highest quality in every bite. Need groceries? You're covered there too, with a wide selection of necessities and locally sourced products. The Peter Pan Market and Deli at 712 Niagara Avenue in Astoria. Visit online at peterpantogo.com for online ordering options. Taste the difference at Peter Pan Market and Deli.
This is ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the Brick House as we wrap this one up. The Fishermen get game one of tonight's doubleheader, and a big congratulations. We'll get to the scoring officially here in just a moment, but we'll start things off with Quinn Gore, who collects 1,000 points for the Astoria Fishermen in his high school career.
Mighty impressive.
Yeah, very, very impressive indeed. Start adding those up, and you start thinking about that. 4 years, roughly 20 to 25 games, 1,000 points. You start breaking it down. That's pretty consistent.
It sure is. And speaking of consistent, he had leading scorers tonight with 22.
11 in each half.
That's right. We had Ork Evans with 4, Keenan Huber with 13, Sawyer Sean with 3, Cooper Jones with 11, Callian Junes with a 3-pointer, and Magnus Krasanik with 4.
And, of course, Magnus got taken out of the game a little bit early. The Fishermen choosing to rest the big guy. They didn't need him so much as they were able to really work the ball well between Huber and Gore there for a little bit. They were doing a great job of kind of 1-2 punch in the Seagulls. The Seagulls, they were led with only one score on my scorecard in double digits. That was Hayden Holson, who had 9 in the first half, 10 total. And they had a smattering of other points elsewhere to collect their 39 points. But in all actuality, it wasn't the second quarter that was very impressive for the Fishermen, but the first was a 19-8 win. The third quarter was 21-11. And quick math shows me that it was a 14-8 ball game in the fourth quarter. So the Fishermen, when you add all those numbers out, you do the string theory, you end up with a 60-39 win for the Fishermen. A nice strong one for the number 10 ranked team, beating a team that on paper they're supposed to take care of. So what does that do for the rankings? Well, we'll just have to wait and see, because they're trying to catch at least Estacada, maybe even Marshfield. If they can climb a little higher than 10, that'll help things out a little bit. And, of course, with the win, that'll move them to 7-3 in the Co-op League. Scappoose at 6-3. So for the time being, momentarily, Astoria will jump ahead of Scappoose, being mathematically ahead of them. However, the number 1 and number 2 ranked teams in the state right now take up the top of the Co-op League. And when you start to look at the schedule, it is against Scappoose coming up next Friday. This Friday. And then we've got St. Helens and Cascade. And I don't want to be all like premonition-y and stuff. I don't know if that's a word. But any time that the Fishermen have played a number 1 ranked team in the state this year,
they beat them.
They won.
They sure did.
So I'm just saying, St. Helens,
look out.
Look out. We're coming to town, right? So, I mean, that's,
knock on wood. Here we go.
Knock on wood. Here we go. It's going to make for an interesting finish here in the Co-op League. And for the Fishermen, even with a pair of losses, it's not going to be horrible to lose to 1 and 2. However, winning against a 1 and 2 could move up that jump from number 10.
That's going to get you a play-in game.
That could get you into number 5. It might even earn you a chance at a bye. So, we'll see what happens. And, of course, you can always find out what's going on. Follow Coach Rube on the Friday Coaches Show. He'll have more insight and information as they break that down. The Friday Coaches Show with Coach Rube. The Rube Report coming your way Friday at 5 o'clock once again on the airwaves as we have another doubleheader set on the schedule. Friday against Scappoose right here from the Brick House. We'll be bringing you those games, but more importantly, we have a girls game coming up here in just a moment. We're going to wrap things up for the boys game. Get ready for the girls game in just a moment. Thanks for joining us once again here on ESPN 106.3. I'm Rob Kovacs, joined by Bob Wilkie. The Fishermen come away with this one 60-39. Game 2 of our doubleheader is on the way here on ESPN.
Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
Are you currently in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America, 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at astoriaford.net.
Hi, folks. These sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML2891.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
The Peter Pan Market and Deli is the perfect place to gather for a quick snack and one of their signature sandwiches before the game. Enjoy covered outdoor seating or sit inside with beers and ciders on tap and wine by the glass. You can relax with friends before heading to the game. Make Peter Pan Market and Deli your morning stop too. Grab a coffee and a bagel or other breakfast treat before work. Order ahead at peterpan2go.com. Peter Pan Market and Deli, 712 Niagara Avenue, Astoria. Your local corner store and more.
Joe's Mobile in Astoria, the home of Mobile Synergy Fuel and Diesel. Also, last-minute groceries, snacks, cold beverages, hunting and fishing licenses, propane, firewood, and so much more. Pump your own fuel during overnight hours or get friendly full service during regular daytime hours. EBT and all credit and debit cards are accepted. Fuel and Diesel, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Get your mojo on at Joe's Mobile.
1701 Marine Drive in Astoria.
This broadcast on 106.3 ESPN Radio was brought to you locally by Peter Pan Market and Deli, Astoria Ford, Joe's Mobile, the Seaside Outlets, Northwest Lending Group, Clatsop Community College. You're tuned in to ESPN Radio on 106.3.